episode of You Shouldn't Smoke Cigarettes and Not Eat. I'm your host, Kayla Karp.
And I'm Mandy Kell.
All right, we're back for season 3, episode 4 of All Stars, titled She's Back. And who's she? We don't know yet.
Who is she?
We should know, though.
Honestly, I was like, is Anissa back? That's what I thought in my head. I was like, that would have been the most amazing.
That would have been, she's healed.
Yeah, I was like, Anissa!
I know, Sylvia said, like, blonde hair, and I was like, Ashley? Like, that's the first person I thought.
As soon as she said blonde hair, I was like, fuck, it's Beth. I thought for a minute it was going to be Anissa. Who was the other person? I think I thought Jody for a second, but I was like, that's boring.
That's boring. They needed someone to shake it up. They lost 2 people that shake shit up.
Yeah. Oh, I did for a second think it was going to be Laurel. I was like, it went like Laurel, then Beth.
Laurel would have been awesome.
Yeah, especially because her and Jordan used to have a thing, and now Jordan and Naya. It would have been so old school, like drama.
I know. And I know they've tried to get her, so she's going to eventually do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why she wouldn't.
If Bananas is coming back, Laurel will come back.
Oh my god. I'm going to be gone for 4 months, guys. Can't say where, but... Okay, Bananas, we know what you're talking about. They paid you a shit ton of money to come back because we need you.
Yeah, because the ratings suck, and Wes went to All Stars.
Yeah, and I think CT's taking a break, so...
Yeah,
who'd they have?
There's no one to carry that show right now. Like, what are we just gonna stare at Josh and Fessy talk about their fucking feelings?
Oh my gosh, and Devin like be so fucking lame now. R.I.P. Devin, he's dead to me.
He did make an appearance on this episode.
I know, I died. Okay, we can start.
Yeah. It starts with a barbecue.
Starts with a great day because they're in Panama, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks so fun. They're playing beer pong. Derek is narrating, of course. Stay off, barbecuing, blah blah blah.
Although I think this season is the season that I kind of like. He's the most mellow, and he's just saying funny, weird shit on on his little confessionals. I don't know. I really didn't like him the first 2 seasons of All Stars.
I didn't either. I think other people are annoying me more. Like Wes is very, very a lot in his confessionals, and I guess he's okay in person.
See, I just think I have so much hatred for Yes and Sylvia that like I just don't have any more to spread around. Like I have like a very pure hatred for the both of them.
Aggressive. Poor Yes. What did Yes ever do?
He's annoying as fuck. Oh my god.
This episode.
Like, come on, you can't tell me you just want like, you know.
Yeah, he got really annoying, and his hats are so dumb.
He like Wes isn't wrong. He's a pompous motherfucker. I just can't.
Anyway, so we got a lot of Brad this season. I'm kind of
Brad is dramatic as fuck, and he doesn't say. He just is like, I have friends. I'm trying not to be shady. I'm gonna do anything for my friends that doesn't hurt me. That's all he says in different versions.
Yeah, he did even say, I think, not in his confessional, to somebody that like I'll pick loyalty over my game. I think he said that.
Yeah, and then he said the complete opposite. We get it. You're a straight man. You contradict yourself with every other sentence.
Go get another neck/head tattoo, okay?
Close your eyes.
Close. Blink them. They're very clear, right? Most of the time.
Yeah.
They look very white.
He's got decent eyes. They just like are a little too big sometimes. Just mellow it out.
Yeah, he was crazy in his flashbacks.
He does.
He was crazy. Hey, you can't fucking do that.
Hi, Leo.
We'll get in trouble. He's always fucking this blanket.
Fucking
Fucking it up, but
yeah. He just keeps pumping the blanket over and over.
He would have as a baby. He tried doing that. Like, he was a freak. Anyway,
it feels nice.
Okay, so Brad hates MJ apparently.
When did that happen? Because
Um.
MJ essentially was like, "Hey, I just want Cyrus. Like, I understand that
Oh,
you
he doesn't like
don't
the
want to bite
Cyrus
him in,
thing.
but it's gonna happen because I have the numbers." So MJ was just being straight up.
Yeah, he wasn't even being like mean or like catty about it. Like Brad is being like a little bitch, honestly.
And low key, MJ used an "I feel" statement. He goes, "I feel like I'm not being very difficult right now," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, we love a therapized man."
Yeah, he's talking like a real adult. So I don't know, like if the producers are getting this out of him, like or what. Brad just seems really mad.
So next I think we have Darrell doing a confessional where he's just essentially like, "I have too many friends here. I'm just not trying to upset anyone. That's why I haven't won."
Yeah, and I love that he's like in a wig and he's like pulling it off pretty well until he like starts looking. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
The camera.
Yeah.
But
Don't like cameras just in general,
yeah.
COVID times, we keep our tongues in our mouths.
But I fucking love him. He's so amazing.
Darrell's fucking funny.
I know. Next we talk about Naya. They really built this up with the sexual chemistry of her and Jordan that they've never acted on but always felt.
Also, wasn't there a picture of you guys kissing? Like, I know it was just like a little flirty kiss on the cheek, but like, you guys are hanging. Is this the first time? This isn't the first time. I feel like they came in with something.
They definitely did, and they just like weren't telling us to like build it up or something, like for us to question it.
Yeah.
So, she doesn't know how much longer that's gonna last of them never acting on it.
Yeah, okay, you guys acted on it.
She's so pretty, and he's so ugly. Like he looks rough.
I feel like why a mullet? Like Jordan has the potential to look decent, but like why a mullet and why are you wearing a cowboy hat? I mean, you can probably keep one or the other. I don't know that you can do both.
Yeah, I guess he's from Oklahoma. Did you know
Okay,
that?
well, get rid of the mullet. You can keep the hat.
Yeah, why does he have a mullet? And like his skin just looks bad. Like just been through some shit. I guess the challenge. Okay, so now we have Sylvia talking to Kayla about what they're going to do with sabotage, also known as what Kayla's going to do, but really both of them because they're an alliance, even though they weren't friends in Dirty 30. I did it right.
Okay, they weren't even not friends; they were enemies in Dirty 30, and pretty much they're scared of Kellyanne and Kendall.
So funny. They just picking off Kellyanne and Kendall.
I know. And like Kellyanne and Kendall are just so innocent, just trying to do yoga while they're, just trying to relax.
Yeah, because I mean, Kellyanne's crazy, but she's trying to keep it down low, crazy.
She's like, I feel like Kellyanne is now like very self-aware of how crazy she is. So she's like, I got my support dog. I need to do yoga at this time. And like, even in that puzzle where people are like, be calm, she goes, I am not a calm person. Stop telling me to be calm. And it's like, we love self-awareness, That's
what you get with age.
Yep. You don't get less crazy. You just become more aware of your crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's what growing up is about. Kayla's laughing that if the girls were smarter, they could all team up and literally get rid of her and Sylvia. And then Sylvia's like, don't say that. Why are you even saying that? But it's true.
Yeah.
They lost Tina and Jemmy. Like, if everyone else teamed up, they could take them all down.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is like, that's bothered. Like, it doesn't bother me about All Stars because I like how people are doing it different ways. But like, you can tell Kayla and Sylvia came in with a plan, especially Kayla. Like, I don't know who she got advice from, but she is crushing, or she did her own research. She's crushing on her political game and strategy, which she has not been known for in the past. And either has Sylvia. So I just don't know why the other people, like, you've been playing this game for like 20 years. Why do you not understand you need alliances?
Or it's just the girls too. I feel like the guys obviously have their alliances.
Yeah, the guys are all aligned. I don't think there's anyone. Maybe Yes doesn't really have anyone, but he's like always in the whatchamacallit. What is it called?
Minority.
The winter group.
The winter group?
No, the winter group. Like when
I was like, what does that mean?
winter is coming.
It was like, what lingo do I not know about?
She goes, is that MTV lingo?
I'm behind. I gotta Paramount Plus my life away. The winter group. Yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
So I love when Kellyanne and Kendall are talking game.
It's like, it's just not fair.
It's just not fair. And she's kind of like, I don't know, just talking about the bad decisions Kendall made, but like putting them in a better light.
Yeah. Like softening the communication there. Like, I just don't think that was possibly the smartest decision that we could have made together, you know, although you're the one that made it.
So funny. And Kendall's like, doesn't know she's in an alliance apparently, because she would have been with them. Yeah. And she ruined that for herself. So,
and it's like MJ and Janae seem to want that too. Like they wanted to be aligned. And then when she did that, they were like, okay, we're out, I guess.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And then Kellyanne goes, they call it the tree house. I call it the witch house. To which Kendall had no reaction.
Oh my gosh, did she say that to Kendall? Because I missed that. I thought she said it in her confessional.
I thought she sent it to Kendall, and Kendall like was just, there was no laughs. And I was like, God damn.
I'm surprised they are friends.
They very
both,
balanced and a very unbalanced, if you will.
Yeah, for sure. So MJ's talking to Darrell about who Brad is going to use to sabotage on, and Darrell's like, I don't know. I have no opinion about anything. Darrell's like, you could use that on a girl. And then MJ's like, what if it's coming on me again? And I think Darrell says this, that Brad doesn't want to ruffle any more feathers on the guys. I don't know. I wrote that. I don't know who
Him
said
or
it.
Mark. They were both there.
Yeah, him and Mark. Mark was there too.
Without his doll.
Without his doll, thank God.
Or was it his doll? We can't tell. And then Mark is like, what if tomorrow's a heights thing, Darrell? And Darrell's like, I gotta go to hypnosis.
Oh my gosh, they really played on that shit.
Yeah. The producers were like, okay, guys, they had a conversation about heights. Let's move up this challenge.
Yeah, let's get that building. Let's secure that. Okay.
Yeah. Let's make it real dangerous. We hear Darrell also has a fear of being a pirate.
And the fear of heights is getting worse.
Yeah.
How does it get worse if you keep doing it?
I don't either, because it's like exposure therapy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was him coming clean about what started it, and it's just got in his head. Like he's now replaying him being on the roller coaster.
The drama. Yeah.
It's very fresh.
Well, he's fucked. So challenge day.
Hey.
Oh my God. So challenge day. And they all line up. And Wes goes, hey, you sick fuck.
I love that. That's also my first note. I'm glad you said it.
Of course. I'm like, damn, because it's not like bleeped out. So it's so aggressive.
But also TJ is kind of a sick fuck. He loves torturing those guys. Every time they hit the water in an awkward way, he cackles like no other.
I know, or the trivia. He's always dying.
Yeah, he loves that shit. He's like, I want to see pain, which, you know, to each their own.
It's fine. Okay, and this is when TJ announces that he brought a replacement and someone comes up in a quad.
Who's back?
Somebody with blonde hair.
All you see is blonde hair, and it's Beth. We could have timed that slightly better, but you know, I like it.
I like it. We were both like waiting for each other, but we did it.
Yeah, we're like, so who's gonna start?
We'll get better at that. So Beth is like really old, right? Because she's like, I'm a few years away from retirement. I need this money.
I think, was Beth on the first Real World season?
I think it was the second one because they just rebooted it. That's why she wasn't on the second season of All Stars.
So Kayla said it perfectly.
I'm sick of her ageist shit, which I'm the same way, but like.
Okay, so I love her ageist shit. But she goes, so I was born in 92 and Beth's first season of MTV was in the early 90s. So I was probably an infant. And she's not wrong. Also, shout out
She's always
92.
smiling. She's like,
Yeah.
I was an infant. I'm 30.
Or 29. We don't know.
I'm saying 30. I actually might know because I think she's probably 29 still. I follow her. So there'd be a big celebration if she was 30 on my Instagram. Anyway, it's fair. It's fair. But yeah, Beth's got to be old. But
yeah. A literal OG, if you will.
Yeah, totally. And then I said MJ hates Beth, apparently.
Yeah, because ethically, Beth does some really weird stuff.
Beth is just weird. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. Beth is like she feels like she's like the person that just rubs everyone the wrong way.
Yeah. Her Nehemiah thing is really funny. And probably not appropriate.
Her tenderoni, she still calls him. I just don't like it. But okay. Nehemiah does look excited that Beth is back, low-key.
Yeah, and that kind of makes sense because Nehemiah is fucking weird too. So
yeah, they match each other's weird. They probably belong together.
Yeah, they belong together. So TJ then asked everyone to put themselves into teams of 3, and the challenge is called High Stakes, and they are 150 feet in the air, attached to a building, and there are 3 planks. At the end of each plank, there's a simple math equation. You have to walk on the plank slowly and then solve the equation. First one to solve the equation will drop 1 and then the other, and then the all-star that goes down the fastest heads to the arena, obviously. So
that's an amazing description. I had planks and math, bruh.
Every time I do the description, I'm like, I know Mandy's not gonna do it, so
I will not. I refuse. I'm sorry.
You have to.
I can memorize very simple ones.
Yeah,
but then you get excited about doing the simple ones, and I don't want to take that away from you. You know.
I was really excited. That's happened last week. Yeah. I don't know. I like to paint the picture of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
This one's
I
pretty.
Enjoy it. It brings me back to challenge day when you do it. I can visualize it all.
That's what I'm here for. So Kayla and Brad have the sabotage, which will be a 1-minute penalty before you can start the equation. And she chooses Kendall since she already said her name. And then Brad chooses MJ because, oh God, him and his friends, he's friends with all the other guys. He's got to manage their relationships. And he thinks MJ is a threat to his game. Why?
What is MJ doing? And also, every time MJ's been in I can't remember the name, the winner group, he's always said Jordan's name. He's never brought up any of what's-his-face's alliances. Brad's.
Yeah, this is just coming out of nowhere unless we're, like, not seeing things, but...
Yeah, he's like, I hate MJ. He's blonde.
The blondest. I love MJ's hair. I'm like obsessed with it.
I know. I just love MJ.
I do too. I want to be friends with him.
Yeah, he just seems like genuinely kind, funny at times, and has great hair.
Great hair.
Great hair. We love it.
So the men are up first. So these teams are kind of pointless. It's like you go against the people you picked on your team, right?
Yeah, but I think like initially the winner, the first person that dropped from the winner was going to be going in. So like it would give, if you were like had an enemy and you won and then dropped them, it gives you an advantage.
Okay.
Which is what Kayla was playing at too, which
yeah.
Again, smart gameplay, girl.
I know, it's weird. She was so dumb. Like, just think about her just fucking what's his face, Corey, the whole time she was on.
You know, we all drank a little too much in our early 20s, and we're glad to see her at 30 and that brain thriving.
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago, so I get it. So
and then Mark goes, back in college, I was not heavy in the math.
What, 40 years ago? Okay, now
yeah, I was like, back in college, bro? Like, what?
Why are you talking about college? So it's Derek, Mark, and Yes, and Mark they start or whatever, and Marks looks down, and now he's freaked out. It's weird because the editing they did, it seemed like they gave people talking head interviews that were positive. Like Yes was like, I'm so good at math and blah blah blah. I don't remember what they said about Derek. And then the people that win, they like are unsure.
They did red herrings. They did. That is a literary term where they said this person's gonna win, but then nope, this person won. So they brought you in this direction, then they went there. It's actually like, it's pretty smart producing, because if in the beginning of episodes they usually give more airtime to the people that are leaving, so I feel like they're like kind of fucking with us a little bit here and there, and I enjoy it because it's like it keeps you guessing a little bit. MTV take notes.
MTV take notes.
Also, slight yes rant. Of course this motherfucker would pay to do this, about $100. Like, shut the fuck up, you nerd. Like, I don't.
I moved around a lot as a kid, and I was always the new kid. No one gives a fuck. Yes.
Okay, so at least Mark is bringing up college when he's an adult. Why are you bringing up your fucking childhood right now? When you're like having math problems, like what?
I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, Mark solves it first. That is shocking to me.
Yep. Yeah, that did. Well, yeah, I did expect Yes to win. So then he says Yes first, then Derek.
So the person you drop first is worse off. Obviously.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if Mark were to like end up winning, Yes would be going into elimination in this situation. Okay. Yeah.
Got that. Love that. So next we have Sylvia, Kellyanne, and Kayla. Sylvia's crying. Of course, she can't even.
Kellyanne had the perfect description though, where she goes, I mean, it's kind of she goes, it's hilarious, but like also kind of annoying.
Yeah, so like deadpan.
Yeah.
I guess they did the same thing again too, because Kayla keeps asking for checks and they're all incorrect, and it seems like Kellyanne's got it, but Kayla gets it.
Yeah, well, Kayla did the fucking smart thing too, where because she knows I don't think she can do math very well, so she just literally kept changing one at a time. But her first guess, did you see her first guess where he said is completely off? 57 minus 3 equals 35. Kayla, do not ask for a fucking check on that one.
Oh god! So she wasn't even looking at the numbers.
No, she was not.
It's smart and yikes. So she drops Kellyanne, then Sylvia, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then Darrell is next, and he's losing his mind.
Goes, I don't know if I was a pirate in my last life, and I had to walk the plank multiple times, but I am not doing this shit.
And TJ's kind of pissed, and Darrell's like, I mean, I kind of get it. He's cool with going straight into elimination because then he can get a star. He'd rather do an elimination than go on this plank. But I really thought he would do it. He's always done it.
Yeah, I think what freaked people out more this time was that bungee jump, because it was a drop. Like, that was a crazy drop. Like, I don't think I saw it until this one where so I mean, Darrell DQs, and then MJ has like the minute penalty, and then still ends up beating Jordan, and Jordan has a whole I trained montage. But when Jordan that's the thing, it's like, I train all the time, I train harder than all these guys, and then MJ stands still for a minute and still beats him at math.
So happy about that.
But Jordan's drop, you can tell how insane, like
he was screaming.
Yeah, that was wild.
And like when it catches you, that has to hurt.
Yeah, doesn't feel good.
That's what like TJ says. Like, the drop's fine, it's the bungee part. Get out there.
Just hope you keep dropping.
Yeah, just hope you keep dropping. You'll
feel no pain.
So crazy. So Ronnie, Beth, and Johnny are next, and Beth is crying and not working out, and she's doesn't do it. So she's been here for 10 minutes and doesn't do the challenge.
Yeah, but before Beth freaks the fuck out, Ronnie had a hilarious line where she's like, I am so nervous that my kids are going to see the answer before I do when they watch it. That is so fucking funny to be something you're thinking of right before you go on a plank to drop to your death.
That's so cute. I love her.
I know. I like Ronnie.
I'm glad she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of this. Actually, I don't remember what they said. They're talking in an interview, but Johnny gets it and Ronnie falls because Beth never made it out there. So
And it looked like Johnny got it pretty fast too.
yeah, I think she's good at that stuff.
Yeah. And she actually did the math, Kayla.
Kayla.
And the thing is like right after she stopped, she like she didn't celebrate her win. She turned around, she goes, Beth, are you okay? And did it in such, and I was just like, I fucking love Johnny. Like,
I
oh
know.
my God. Like,
Such a good person.
I know. I just want to hug her.
Me too. I want to be friends with her too. It hurts.
Yeah, I just want to be friends with all of them.
I know.
Except for, the ones I hate.
Yeah. No, not Brad. Can you imagine hanging out with Brad? What's up, guys? What's going on?
Can you imagine how thrilling those conversations must be?
Oh my God, no.
How much did you lift today, bruh?
Oh, let's pose by the pool.
So what's in your protein shake this time?
Yeah, oh my God. I ate a ton of chicken today.
Yeah. I got this new grilled chicken recipe. It fucking crushes.
Just got 200 grams of protein just now. What's up?
I don't put any seasoning on my chicken because that adds calories, and I'm here just for the chicken.
That was good. Not everything else.
So Brad, Wes, and Nehemiah are next.
Yep. The crew, the squad, apparently
Best of friends.
Yeah, we got a lot of pictures.
They were in each other's wedding. I guess
That's
Brad
crazy.
Brad officiated Wes's wedding.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, and Wes was in Nehemiah's wedding, and then randomly Devin makes an appearance. Shout out Devin. Please stop being lame.
Yep.
Other than that, very boring. Brad wins, drops Wes first, and then Nehemiah.
Which I'm actually surprised about.
Yeah, I did not think Brad was going to win at math.
I think that's what that, and I thought he would drop Nehemiah and then Wes.
Yeah.
That's what confused me about the drop-in.
I mean, he officiated a fucking wedding for Wes. What, you're going to drop him first?
Also obsessed with Wes.
He is obsessed with Wes.
So next we have Naya, Veronica, and Kendall. And Veronica does these cute little baby steps on the plank. I just loved it. She's like, here I go.
Well, and before, so Veronica's so fucking short.
So short. She says it herself.
Yeah. I did put the note that she's so short and I was on her tiptoes before she said it, and I want that credit. Thank you.
Yep.
But
good observation.
She really is. And the funniest thing is Naya is the tallest woman that's there, and she's just very easily flipping through numbers, and Veronica's trying not to fall off the plank while trying to flip through. And meanwhile, Kendall has to stand still for an entire minute.
Yeah, poor Kendall. So Veronica gets it, even though she's short. That's amazing.
Yep.
And she does Kendall, then Naya, and Veronica's in the authority. So,
and that was the smartest sabotage move, because I do think Kendall would have won this. She wasn't wrong. Like, she would have crushed that and beat Veronica, because she can also reach. Yeah,
they're playing smart moves. A lot of things could have changed drastically.
Kayla's playing smart moves. I'm impressed with her this season.
I know, she's a new person. She must have studied. She's been off 3 years.
Yeah,
a couple years. So good for her. And
congratulations.
Congrats. I still don't really like you, but that's fine. I like your sleeve.
I really like Kayla. We won't get into it, but
I don't know. So we have Brad, MJ, Mark, Veronica, Johnny, and Kayla as the authority. And the winners are Brad and Kayla again. That is impressive.
And I was like, Brad and Kayla win at math? What? Because they're not They're not the most book smarty challengers. I mean, we've seen Brad run through mud like it's nothing, but him doing math on a plank, more impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Also, Brad is annoying. I don't know why, but he just annoys me too.
He's annoying. He's just stupid, but I love that MJ is like, I'm gonna go against whatever Brad says. Bitch.
I love it.
So this is when we get the part about Beth being really happy about Nehemiah being there. We can just skip that.
Yeah.
Beth looks in the treehouse, doesn't want it. Derek doesn't want it. She ends up picking a quiet room with Darrell and Kendall. And
Well, nobody wanted her in that room. It was very awkward when she was looking at those beds, and I did not want to see that either. I felt secondhand awkwardness there.
it was very awkward. And who wants a top bunk? Even though she probably took a top bunk in the other room. I don't actually know. But it's awkward. Now it's party time and they go out, and Beth is talking to Kendall, Johnny, and Kellyanne, and she's like, she walked into a lion's den and she's a piece of meat, and they're like, yep, you are.
And Kendall's trying to play up the, you're old, we're old, let's be old together.
Yeah, how old is Kendall? I mean, she looks like a baby.
I think Kendall's probably in her mid-40s.
That's crazy. She's so strong.
Yeah, she looks good, and she's like fit. Like,
So
I'm
fit.
still like so impressed with her, just like having Veronica on her back and just like getting to the finish line.
That's insane.
It was crazy.
She's a great competitor. So this is when Naya is talking about how like the Treehouse Alliance is together, and then all the other women have not been in it together, and they need to. And then Beth says some comment about it's the battle of millennials. And I love this. Then Kendall says that her goddaughter's favorite challenger is Kayla. And I'm like, why?
I know. Well, also, like the way she said it, you can tell she was slightly heartbroken because she wanted to bring back, like, I was friends with Kayla, but like literal opposite ends.
I know. And I was like, what did your goddaughter like about Kayla that she like? I mean, I guess she made it to a final. Should stop talking so much shit. I just watched Invasion. It's not a good look for her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think she gets a little better because she comes like really good friends with Jenna, and I feel like she's mellower when she's with Jenna.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jenna. It could have been Jenna.
I know. That would have been awesome though.
Yeah.
Hopefully she divorces Zach. Sorry.
Yep. We can't wait.
And then they have who's talking to Darrell about
Mark.
Mark is talking to Darrell about who he wants, and like low-key Darrell kind of wants Jordan, and I was like, what?
But did he say it to Mark?
I don't think so. I think he said it in the confessional.
I know. I wonder why. Oh, because he doesn't think he can beat him in a final, but he can beat him in an elimination.
Which I think is also like, it's kind of, that's true. I don't know that any of the men can beat Jordan.
I don't think so.
I think to like even the playing field, we might see in a final like how you can put negatives on people, and everyone's just gonna pile on Jordan. That's my prediction.
Totally. So yeah. Oh, Beth and Veronica have a terrible scene.
This is so weird.
Yeah, like they haven't seen each other for 2 decades. So at first it's kind of like, let's move on, and then no one's moved on, obviously.
Yeah, well, Beth goes, I was super happy when I said hi that you said hi back.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's minimum. Like, what?
We know each other.
Yeah.
They argue about who wanted more camera time back in the day.
I know. Their like argument is about who wanted more attention. You guys can just like, you should have just went with what Veronica was saying and just been like, we did not vibe as people.
Yeah, and they still don't.
Move on. It was 2005. Obviously, you guys are not similar. You don't need to be friends with everyone, No,
and then they put them in a confessional together, which is hilarious.
It was super awkward too. Funny, but like, holy shit. Like, God, you guys really do hate each other for no reason. They really like, there's no reason. Like, even their argument they showed was not a big deal. I think the worst thing that was said was like, your ugly face. Like, oh my God.
Who cares?
Okay. We heard worse in chat rooms on AOL, so calm down.
Yeah, totally. I miss those chat rooms.
R.I.P.
So dead. So next we have Jordan and Naya, and they're finally hooking up. And did you see?
Yes, I saw the bed scene. Yeah. I was like, that's an old school camera shot there, guys, but no one's watching this time. Yeah. I was like, God damn.
It was a lot.
Veronica's training in action there.
It's just like, what am I watching? Okay, authority time.
Let's just be happy there was no noise.
No, that was the funny part. They just had like smooching noises, but I feel like at that part they were not smooching.
There was no smooching in that moment.
No.
I think logistically, just no.
Do they provide condoms at the challenge?
Probably. Well,
they barely provide pregnancy tests, so
I would say they probably don't provide condoms on All Stars, but definitely on MTV's regular one, because they'd probably be nervous that everyone's going to get pregnant.
Yeah, or STDs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's authority time, and Brad is talking about serious logic over emotion.
I just can't with. Okay, thank you, Brad. And then Mark's like, all right, I think Mark does the same thing. He goes, okay, thank you, Brad, but I want Jordan. And then MJ, true to form, goes, I want Wes, knowing that he'll piss Brad off.
Yeah, so funny. And Brad won't ever say his name. Ever. And Kayla doesn't trust Wes at all. Veronica, she wants Wes or Jordan, right?
Yeah, she was like, I'm just gonna go with the flow on this one.
Yep, right. And then for the girls, obviously they're saying Kayla and Kellyanne. MJ is still mad about the sabotage. I guess right before that, Kendall had talked to MJ and Johnny, like, don't throw me in. It's too late, girl. Sad.
Well, and it's just like, she's just so not like the politicking person. The way she was like, can I trust you guys won't do this? It's like, no. That's not how you do it, Kendall.
I know, she gets so butthurt at the end. Like, don't say you're sorry. You don't mean that. It was great. I love when Veronica said she's cool with Kellyanne because she doesn't like her gameplay. And I'm like, what gameplay? Unless they were in seasons together. I don't know.
I think maybe they were in seasons together, but I just feel like Veronica also doesn't like Kellyanne as a person. She's like, I can deal with Kendall, but I hate Kellyanne. I feel like Veronica's like, she's probably like really dope if you're like her friend, but she just like likes some people and just really fucking hates others.
Totally. You gotta be friends with people. Or like, you gotta be friends with her.
Yeah, or else she's gonna hate you.
I sense that. Like Tina would do that.
Yeah. But low-key, the most loyal friends though.
Yes, but loyal for sure. So authority comes out and MJ's like, sorry, bro, to Jordan. Jordan obviously takes it like a champ, like, thanks.
Shakes all of their hands. Yep.
Would love to go to elimination tonight. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But two people did say Wes's name, which were Kayla and MJ, I think. It was obviously MJ.
Yeah, it was MJ. It might have
could have been
Kayla.
Split. It could have been almost split, so that was interesting. And then we see a flashback of, because Wes says that he had nothing to do with Jordan getting thrown in. And then we get this flashback of Wes talking Mark's ear off the day before about throwing Jordan in.
Yeah. Being like, do you guys really want to like go to a final and be sitting across from him? No, we didn't take a shot at him. I'm just like, he is so manipulative. So manipulative.
So good. And he's like, I didn't do it.
Yep.
And then I said, and Kendall is in, and everyone voted her in.
Yeah, no one shakes her hand.
Yeah. So Naya's sad that Jordan's going in, and her relationship with Jordan means everything.
Okay, but if this is the first time that they hooked, you guys had something before you came. Don't even fucking pretend.
Well, you saved it to be on camera.
So that was your first time, and you're going at it. That fucking like. Communicate for a minute. Like, God, that's not your first time.
Nice. And yeah, who cares? So weird. And then she's talking about it with Yes, and I'm like, why is she talking about this with Yes?
Another reason to hate Yes. Why is he here?
It seemed very weird. Next I have that Beth is already packing, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Why did she unpack?
Yeah, why'd you unpack?
Like, what? You brought your bags from the challenge that you lost, unpacked, knowing you're gonna have to pack that up. That was probably a produced moment where they're like, okay, Beth, we need a packing moment. Can you just like get some of these out of your suitcase and put it back in? Thank you.
That's so true. Kendall is packing. She's not going to be a doormat. She's going to prove herself, etc., etc. Darrell needs this win for his kids. And we have elimination. And it's a big one. Darrell versus Jordan. That's huge.
I was very excited about
Me
this.
too. I don't know if that's ever happened.
No, and they're both like very good, you know, like
so good.
And then Beth and Kendall.
Boring.
They set this up for.
They did, right?
They set this up for two people to be favored.
Yes, but it didn't work.
It didn't work on one side. It worked on the other.
Right, totally. So it's called Steamroller, and each player is going to be in a barrel on opposite sides, and they will be turning the barrel opposite ways to their end of the platform, and then the first person to do it wins, which seems very fucking difficult. I don't know. So Kendall and Beth are up first, and they start, and Kendall does take over. Like, Beth is like lost in there.
Yeah. And well, because like Kendall is very like body aware with yoga. Like you could everything she does, like you can tell she just knows how to work her body and get like maximize it. And she does it at first, but like Beth just outweighs, like this is like an obvious, like a weight is an advantage on this, and Beth like just outweighs Kendall and just kind of overpowers her.
Yeah, which sucks. So
yeah,
Beth wins. They definitely wanted her to win.
They did. This was set up for Beth to continue on. And it's like, I was kind of disappointed because I was starting to kind of like Kendall and kind of laugh at her jokes. Like, she's like low key funny, not like,
yeah.
And I was like, ugh.
And she's so good. Like, she deserves to be there.
Yeah.
She's
And
so good.
She puts everything into that. Like, she works her ass off. Like, she deserved to be there. Beth didn't even fucking walk the plank.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, so
Darrell and Jordan stare down each other.
Oh, that was so weird. Why?
Yeah. I was like, okay, what are we, boxers now? Fucking weirdos.
Can you imagine doing that before you were like competing against someone?
I can't make eye contact with people. Like, what the fuck?
Eye contact is hard.
Yeah, I could semi do it when someone else is talking. When I talk, I go like this.
Amazing. So Darrell does have Jordan on size, and so immediately like Darrell's like on the end, right?
Darrell has like a strong finish or a strong start.
Yeah, and then they're just stuck there for like an hour.
Yeah, because it feels like Jordan like kind of figures out how to position his body to like maximize it where you just can't move. Like he positioned himself in the correct way, and then they're just stuck. And I swear it's like a turn or two away. I feel like
it is. It was so close. I can't believe they didn't even call it. Like it looked like it was at the end.
Yeah. And then Jordan is like, well, I can't overpower him, so I'm gonna talk his fucking ear off. And he does.
He does. Poor Darrell.
Well, he was like, so Darrell, how much you weigh? And then Darrell lied about his weight. And he's like, how many cookies did you have the other day?
3.
Yeah.
He answers them though. That's the funniest part. Did you hear when I think Kellyanne said like, who wants it more?
Yeah, and he goes, we both want it. Stop saying that.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
There's a psychopath that Tori left. There it is. Have fun, Naya.
I did love his knock knock when he actually knocked on the thing. I'm coming.
That's so funny.
And
so yeah, basically, I don't know, just to like if Darrell moved in any way, it would have gone backwards, right? So he's just like holding it in place and not able to move forward.
Yeah. And because the way that Jordan's like positioned, it's putting a bunch of stress on Darrell's body, especially his legs. So it's like he can only hold that position for so long, and it's just kind of who can last longer. And it's pretty obvious pretty soon who can last longer, because all of a sudden Darrell's like legs start giving out and Jordan starts inching forward, and then Darrell just kind of like literally leaves the barrel. That was kind of scary.
That was scary. He just collapsed.
Yeah, his legs like literally were like no more. Which I mean, like that's like Darrell literally gave his entire body to try to that, but Jordan's just so in fucking shape. Like he just can literally hold for that long and then tire you out, and then he just rolled to the end and won.
Yeah, I just like can't believe Darrell even had the energy to get out of that barrel.
Yeah.
like he just knew.
Yeah, because he would have just rolled.
Yeah, he didn't want. Oh god,
That would have been really hard because that would have been
hurt.
Yeah. And like Jordan's brutal and would have just fucking rolled him.
Oh, totally. It's so stupid. So Jordan takes over and screams, and Darrell is still on the ground. So Jordan stops celebrating. Thank you. And people come over, and Darrell's like, I've never had this kind of pain in my life. And they put him on a stretcher. I put sketcher in my notes.
A scratcher.
Sketchers. But that was a lot. And he goes to the ambulance, and he still is like, I'm not done. Like, I will come back. I'm gonna hang out with my families and do some squats.
I guess. But fuck Beth, bro. I'm really sad that Kendall lost.
Yeah, like we really needed a cameo of Beth. We don't need her like to continue.
I'm really sad to lose Darrell's one-liners, but also it's too early for Jordan to leave. I don't like that. Like, I love the matchup. I wish it would have been like the matchup right before the final. Yeah,
it was like last season when Derek and Brad went against each other, and then Derek was just gone, and they were like, oh. That's probably why we're okay with Derek this season. He wasn't on the last one very long.
Right. Like, we could get him in small doses, and now we're like, okay, you're bearable.
Yeah. All right, cool. Okay, and that's it, I believe. The West is terrified about Jordan, and we will see what happens next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. The 3 listeners.
Our 1 listener. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.